Most of the people are nowadays feeling we are eating very nutritious food and some of the healthy foods we are eating, but actually we are eating foods. Okay, we don't know. Actually, we are eating the foods and some fruits also, but we don't know about the internal content of the foods. Maybe the rice, maybe the meat, and maybe the vegetables, maybe the different types of foods also. But we are expecting we are eating very healthy and nutritious food daily, but we don't know the internal content, internal nutritional value of the different food sources. See, this is one of the basic explanation regarding to that nutritional values. And see, the worldwide, throughout the worldwide, okay, 840 million people are not having food. 840 million people are not having food. See, this is a direct statement. Okay, we don't think there is no chance to think about this one because 840 people are there which are not having food. It's a direct statement. And there is 3 million people are there. Okay, some of the majority of the people are having that nutritional food, right? And 3 million people are there. The 3 million people having food, but they are having hidden amount. They are eating bulk amount of the food, but the food not having the nutrients. The food not having the nutrients. See, that kind of situation is called as the hidden hunger. That situation is considered hidden hunger. See, that is the hidden hunger. That is nothing but we are eating the food, but within that food, there is no nutrients. But daily the person eating the food. So what happened in that case? There is nothing but malnutrition. There is nothing but the malnutrition, lack of protein, lack of iron, lack of vitamins, and lack of iodine, and lack of zinc. Especially the lifespan of the person is reduced, and the mental ability is also reduced. The mental ability is also reduced. See what I am trying to tell. Okay, how much food we are eating, that is not the matter. Okay, how much nutritional food we are eating, that is the only matter. Remember, some people are eating this much of the rice and this much of the curry. That is not the right diet. See, we need to balance that curry and the rice. Okay. See, moreover, more curry and the less rice. That is the good diet. So here also 3 million people are not having that nutritional. Yeah, they are taking food, but the food not having the nutrients. Right? Finally, the person's lifespan and the person's mental abilities are reduced. This is the basic explanation. If the quality is not maintained, if the food not maintains the quality. And biofortification. See, biofortification is nothing but incorporation of food components, incorporation of nutrients within the foods. Incorporation of nutrients into the food. See some of these examples within the maize. There is a rich lysine and tryptophan. See, we know there is an essential amino acids are there, right? So the essential amino acids here, the lysine and the tryptophan both are very important amino acids, right? These are richly present in the one of that plant breeding technology produced maize, right? And the wheat, rich content of protein. Okay, the variety name is the Atlas 66. The variety name is the Atlas 66. And we know rice, this is called as golden rice, not the normal rice. And the rich content of beta carotene, that is nothing but rich content of vitamin A. Rich content of vitamin A. And iron fortified rice is also there. Okay, intake of iron is also very important to maintain all the metabolic activities. And next is that vitamin A sources here. Vitamin A, the sources are carrot, spinach, pumpkin. Carrot, spinach, pumpkin. Remember, these examples are very, very important. See the order also. See, vitamin A, carrot, spinach, pumpkin. And vitamin C, beetroot, mustard, bathua, tomato. Bathua and tomato. See, the king of leafy vegetable is the bathua. The king of leafy vegetable is the bathua. So here the order is very important. See, for every vitamin C, when the examination vitamin C is given, we have to choose the right options. Okay, don't confuse with the examination. So this kind of examples are very, very important for the NEET examination. And the proteins. Here the proteins there is a broad, okay, a broad beans are there, and next one is there French and garden beans there, and lamella. We know about the dolichos lamella. So this is about the protein source. And calcium and the iron, spinach and the bottom. Spinach and the bottom. Remember again I am saying here, whatever the examples are given, whatever the names are here, whatever the order is there, okay, these are very important. So we have to choose the right option in the examination. Okay, actually this order we need not to apply the brain logically. Whatever the examples are given in these chapters, especially in this chapter, whatever the examples are given, whatever the tables I provided, whatever the tables are present with the NCRT, okay, we need to remember as it is, because direct bits are given from this chapter. Direct bits are given from this chapter, right? And next one we will discuss about that SCP, single cell proteins, and tissue culture. And these two topics are completed. This chapter is completed. Right? Hi students, coming to the next topic is the SCP. These are nothing but single cell proteins. These are also called SCP, single cell proteins. Right? The concept is here, whatever that cells which are having the rich content of proteins which are cultivated for the protein purpose. See, nowadays what we are having the food is there. We know vegetables are there, and whatever the rice, whatever the different types of cereals and the grains. Okay, we know about all the veg sources, right? Human beings are eating, even though the diet is not sufficient to the human beings and animals, right? The diet means here, whatever that sources we have for the rice, for the vegetables. Okay, day by day population is increasing. That's the reason why. Okay, the whatever that products produced by the agriculture, which are not sufficient to the population, human population, and other animals also. See, to avoid that problem, there is in other ways also there. Okay, then the veg diet is changed to meat. Veg diet is changed to the meat. Then we are eating some of the animals also, like we know there is a chicken, one of the best example. Meat is there, goat, one of the best example. So we are eating animals also, right? See, whatever that the diet is not sufficient, especially that diet, okay, the insufficient diet leads to the malnutrition process, right? And some of other disorders also generated when we are not taking the proper diet. That time our immune system is decreased. Once the immune system is decreased, maybe to generate the other kinds of the diseases, right? See, that is one of the factor. And nowadays, okay, the diet is changed to the meat diet. The diet is changed to the meat diet. Generally 3 to 10 kgs. Generally 3 to 10 kgs of grains or cereals, okay, utilized for the production of 1 kg meat. 1 kg meat. See what I am trying to tell here, whatever the animal farming process is there, okay, during the animal farming process, if we provide the 3 to 10 kg of grains or cereals, especially these are the grains, right? And that grains, okay, suppose we are farming one of the chicken, right? If we put the food source to the chicken 3 to 10 kgs, okay, then the chicken get the weight is 1 kg. See, sir, why this one is happened? We know food chains and the food webs, whatever that food chains and the food webs are there. See, primary producers are more, right? And the primary consumers have decreased compared with the primary producers. And again, secondary consumers also decreased. Secondary consumers also decreased. And there is a tertiary consumers are there. See, if we observe this pattern, more number of primary producers, like more number of here grains, right? And more number, compare with this one, okay, the primary consumers are here, these are the primary consumers, decrease in number compared with this one. Again, the secondary consumers are decreasing one compared with this one. See, these are increasing one compared to this one. See, what I am trying to tell here, during the food, during whatever the food webs and the food chains, if we observe, energy is transforming from one state to another state. Certain amount of energy is lost. Certain amount of energy is lost in the form of heat. In the form of heat. Daily we are eating, but the total energy is not converted into that cells, right? Or the total energy not stored inside our body. Certain amount of energy is wasted, and certain amount of energy is available inside our body. So that is about the food chain and the food. That's the reason why if we provide 3 to 10 kgs of the grains, then finally it produces 1 kg meat, right? So that is about the basic introduction for the meat diet and cereal diet. See, nowadays we are cultivating protein-rich source cells. We are cultivating protein-rich source cells. Means the concept is very, very easy here. See, there is in single cell proteins are there, maybe some of the bacteria, maybe some of the fungi, and algae are there, right? So if we cultivate particularly these cells, within these cells there is a rich protein source is available, or rich protein content is present. At the same time, that protein content having rich percentage of essential amino acids, right? So that is about that single cell proteins, right? And that is introduction, and the different types of organisms are there, and all these we can cultivate within the different types of sources by the uses of different types of sources. And all of you remember, okay, these are also cultivated, okay. Sir, how the cultivation is takes place? By taking waste material source, means whatever that the household waste is there. One of the best example, potato peel and remaining vegetable peels are there, and straw is there, right? And whatever that household waste water and domestic waste, right? And different types of waste sources are collected within that sources. Okay, see, some cases whatever the drainage water is there, that one is also utilized to cultivate the SCPs, right? See, basically the process is also there. In certain regions, huge amount of wastewater is accumulated. With that wastewater also, the SCPs are cultivated. See, we know algal blooms. Algal blooms are, that is nothing but the algal cells. Cyanobacteria is the first example. Okay, in a particular region, okay, the more number of cyanobacteria are grown, right? See here, algae, there is a spirulina maxima, right? This is one of the example. And chlorella, remember spirulina and chlorella, these two are very important examples, spirulina and chlorella. And Sr.Botany secutus, this is also example. Remember, these two examples are very, very important, spirulina maxima and chlorella pymnoidosa, right? Pymnoidosa, right? These two are very, very important. And next one is the Sr.Botany secutus. Sr.Botany acutus, right? This is one of the algae, and this is also having a rich protein source. And Candida utilis, coming to the fungi, Candida utilis and Saccharomyces cerevisiae. We know this is the best example by yeast, right? And these two are fungi examples. And next one is that bacteria. There is in Brevibacterium Sr.Botanicum and Methalophilus methylotropus. Sir, you mentioned here all these types. Okay, in all these, which one is very easily cultivated and more yield is produced? Remember, especially cultivation of bacteria is very easy compared with the remaining all. And within the short time, huge amount of cells are produced, means huge amount of protein production takes place. The best example, the best cultivating SCP bacteria is the Methalophilus methylotropus. Right? That is about one of the important bacterial source. And see, if we know about that animal farming, cows they are cultivated, whatever that cows are there, cows farming is there, right? Within that case, 250 kg cow is there, and daily it produces the milk. The milk contains 200 grams of protein. 200 grams of the protein. See, during that buffalo farming and cows farming is there, and we are getting the milk from that animals. Right? The milk contains the protein content. And remember, there is input 50 grams of bacteria. If we cultivate this bacteria, 25 tons of protein is produced. 25 tons of protein is produced. So here what I am trying to say, whatever that bacteria cells are there, which are cheaply, means raw materials are very cheap to cultivate this bacteria, and within a short time more number of cells are produced and huge amount of protein content is there. So that is about that SCP. And remember, within the SCP, the mushrooms, cultivation of mushrooms also very important. Mushrooms also belongs to the fungi part, right? See, whatever that mushrooms are there, the mushrooms also have the rich content of the protein source, and there is a good cholesterol also present within the mushroom, right? So mushroom also very important nutrient source, right? Most of our students, I thought I'm expecting most of us we well known about that mushrooms, and we ate so many times mushroom curry, right? That mushrooms are having the rich percentage of the proteins, right? That is about the SCP, right? And next one we discuss about the tissue culture.